Hi, everyone. This is LOA Uncorked with Jeanna and Holli. We intend to have some fun around law of attraction principles. Let's discover and unleash the magic that exists inside ourselves. Tune in as we go on the hero's journey together to uplevel our lives with no bullshit, all truth, and nothing but fun. Grab a glass and join our virtual VIP conversation. Hello, everyone. Welcome to LOA Uncorked. This is Holli, and she's laughing.
This is Jeanna.
And we're recording ourselves for YouTube.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Okay, so we're going to create a new ritual.
Yeah.
And today it's all about magic.
And poop.
No poop.
No. Oh, okay.
Just
all right,
magic.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, just
and
magic.
So we're going to clink our glass.
Oh, yes.
And we're drinking, what are we drinking? D2 today.
D2
Cellars.
Yes.
Here's to the best podcast
Ever.
today ever that we're going to, actually our intention is to give you some content that you can use wonderfully in your life.
Yes.
And so we'll drink that.
Yes.
Okay, and we're going to light a candle. See this? I'm not going to kill anybody with this.
No,
we're going to light a little candle with our intention of creating beautiful content for all of you. Okay,
All
and
right.
there it goes.
Off we go.
All right, Jeanna,
Yes.
listen. A lot of things have gone on, okay?
Way too many.
So many to
Do
speak
you want to
about.
explain it's a little low budget. However,
No, I consider it to be a work
very
of fucking art.
It's very meaningful. It's a work of art.
It's a work
So
of
let's
art.
maybe the display of it might be a little bit more low budget. That might be what I'm
Well,
talking
I don't know that they can see the magic at the top, but you've got the LOA Uncorked and hashtag Florida Reclaim. We're going to talk about our little vacay to Florida, and then XO, the LOA
tribe.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyways, we've got our flag flying behind us, and we're ready to go, Gigi.
We're ready to go.
So listen.
Are we ready to go back to Florida?
Oh, I want to go back.
Yeah.
Okay, so listen.
Yes,
All right.
Yes.
So somebody used our phrase. We have a safe phrase, and should we tell?
Oh.
Should we not tell our safe phrase? Yes. Okay.
No,
everybody in our audience,
yes.
They need to know
100%.
that when you have a problem, your people know.
Safety first. People.
Your crew needs to know. I mean, you are the safety master, Jeanna.
I am. Yes. 100%.
So everybody knew on this trip, if anybody has any problems, you got to warble or text or shout or
utter.
I mean, any of that.
Write. I mean, you could write it down.
You could write it, okay, in the sand.
Yeah.
The safe phrase.
Yes, and the safe phrase really is to share with others a phrase that no one else is supposed to know. It's kind of.
Should we tell them? Should we tell them?
Yeah, we'll tell them in a minute.
Okay.
But the point is, it is to convey concern. It is convey, I need help. Oh, there's a problem that we need to solve together. That's what this is.
Oh, yes. And then there's a process. So your crew shouldn't get a process. I call it the triage.
Yes, the triage.
First, you stop, you assess. I mean, there should be an acronym for this.
No, I totally agree.
Stop, assess, and plan accordingly.
SAP.
I mean, like, it was like stop, assess, plan, and act.
Oh, SAPA.
That is so unsexy.
No, it doesn't work.
Anyway,
but that is the acronym.
So before we do anything, we have our safe word.
Yes,
I mean, we're ready to go.
Yes.
I mean, if you've drank too much or anything can qualify.
Yeah, if you move from the primary location to the secondary location.
Never go to the secondary.
Without knowing where you're going, that is very worthy of using the safe word.
It's so worthy. Or if some guys at
statistics
the bar
tell you
try to get you to go on their 30-foot yacht. I'm like, I don't even know what 30 feet looks like. I'm like, is that big? Are they saying they have a big yacht? I have no idea.
I know.
What was that? Is 30 feet long? Is that a
I think
yacht?
it's pretty good. Yeah, I think it's.
I mean, what is between a boat and a yacht? I have no idea.
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I know when I get on it,
I
how
don't
I
think
feel
they said it was a
about
yacht.
it. Oh, he called it a yacht.
Okay, I'm not sure it was a yacht, but
I mean,
I don't think 30 feet qualifies for a
okay,
yacht.
so I don't know what they wanted to do with us on their yacht. Okay,
Yeah, I don't know.
but I wasn't going to go find out. So that would be a safe word
I
occasion.
don't think they knew either. I think they were just so drunk they just wanted friends. That's
Oh,
what-
friends with benefits.
yes.
A lot of
maybe,
benefits.
Yes, perhaps.
I wasn't giving out any benefits.
No,
Okay,
no.
so all right.
So the safe word. Let's get
our
back to that.
safe word
Again, it
is,
needs to be discreet.
Mm.
You're not supposed. You have to be able to use it in a sentence. Like, well, you say the safe word, and then
no,
we'll
it's
use it in a
your
sentence.
safe word.
Okay,
I stole
well,
it from
it is
you.
my safe word.
Yeah, it
actually.
really is.
Well, it's actually my daughter's.
Don't give out her safe word.
Yeah, I know. I don't think. I
Okay,
think she's
come
got a
on.
new
Let people know.
Okay, so PT Cruiser. You know, the really
PT Cruiser.
gross, yucky cars.
So you could say, "Oh my God, I saw a PT Cruiser the other day."
I saw 4 PT Cruisers today, and one about an hour ago. And I think I just want to let you know that's what it is.
So
That says I'm in trouble as of an hour ago. Come help me.
So Jeanna the other day,
Yes.
she was in Scottsdale with her people,
Yes.
and I get a text, PT Cruiser. I'm like,
PT Cruiser.
shit, stop, assess. And so I FaceTime to say, what the hell's going on down there? What do I need to do? Okay, because I'm planning and I'm getting into action. Okay, and she's like, PT Cruiser, they're making me take off my clothes.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah,
I'm like,
they're assaulting me
they're
and bullying
bullying
me, and then bad things happened, and people saw things they shouldn't see. It was not good. So
okay,
that was my.
I'm in Washington. She's in Scottsdale. I'm trying to be helpful.
But you tried. Yes, you're very helpful.
I mean, like, just talking through your problems sometimes is plan and action.
Oh, 100%. Yes,
So-
I felt supported 100%.
So we were in Florida to reclaim it for me because
Yes.
Florida should be my state. I mean, it has
I think it is your
tropical
state
trees.
again. Yes,
I think it is. Anyway,
I think mission was accomplished.
somebody, I'm not sure who, but somebody had an edible, okay? And during this time of the edible, what happened, Jeanna? Okay, crazy things happen. This edible,
I felt bad for her.
oh, exactly. What did she do? What did she say? Give the line, Jeanna.
Well,
It's
I mean,
so appropriate. Our audience is going to appreciate this
I think-
line. It was, oh, wait. It was the wisdom of the edible. And these wise words are better than
Mhm.
Confucius and
Mhm.
Einstein and
Mhm.
who else is smart?
a lot. A lot of other people, but not us. Listen, so the waves were lapping. I mean, beautiful blue water. I mean, white sandy beaches. And we were saying to our friend, like, "Are you okay? Is everything all right? Are you doing okay? Are you having fun?" And what she saying? She said
Oh,
something
you
like,
gotta warble it. Okay, it's the
Yeah.
best line ever.
she says, "It's the best time and the worst time all at the same
No.
time."
Before that, she said PT Cruiser, and I'm like,
Oh yeah, no. This
Okay,
this is in the Inquisition of
okay, so
people.
yes, this is in the Inquisition. This
Mhm.
is in the assess mode.
Assess mode, yes.
And so my eyeballs are like this, okay? And I'm
Uh-huh.
laserly focused because I'm on it and I've not had an edible. Okay, so I'm
Right.
good. And
Right.
so I'm
Me too.
all over it. And I go, okay, what's happening? And she says this line.
Yes, it is.
And
the
I go,
best.
well, what the hell am I supposed to do with that? I'm having the best and the worst time.
Right. I mean, they counteract each other.
And what's worse is
I
it
think
was
you're
getting
right.
kind of cold, and so we had to move to a second
Yes,
location.
yes. And then
And she kept saying, don't take me to the second location.
where is we don't know. We're moving from the primary location. Do we know where we're at? And no one knew, and we had to tell her,
Oh my
no, we don't
God.
know. And
Oh my God.
poor thing, she was very. We need a plan. That's all I heard her say.
Yeah, but-
We need a plan.
So I was assessing. I didn't know what to do with that assessment. I was like,
she
okay,
wanted a plan, and no
I'm
one was
really
willing
good
to-
at solving problems, but I go, this is one problem we can't really solve.
Right, because it's solved already. It was the best, and they counteract each other. She's fine.
I mean, right?
I think
we
so.
we
I
planned.
think you assess properly.
You think so?
I do.
Yeah, I love
I
that. I
do.
mean, I felt like I was on it.
Yeah,
Like
no,
I
you
was in
did.
good shape and I was on it.
Mhm.
So I would say, Jeanna, that those words of wisdom that Jeanna and I came back, all we could do was talk about it
Mhm.
on the airplane.
Mhm.
That
you know, 2020 was shit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
2021 actually ends up being shittier. Okay. So, but not
I
really.
mean, so far.
But not really. And so we were saying, God, I'm having the best and the worst time all at the same time. So we wonder how many of our, you know, audience members are in that same boat. If you think about it, like I was like, okay, well, you know, my mother ended up in the hospital and she almost died. She got out of the hospital. She's in assisted living and she was fine before. She was running around fine. But we weren't okay with her because she was too old to be running around fine. So it's horrible, but it's good, you know?
Right.
So there's a horrible part and there's a good part.
Right.
You know?
No, totally.
Yep. And everything else in my life is sort of stacked up to like, it's the best time, but the worst time.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. No, I
in
get
every
it.
way. So we thought that we would do a podcast today about creating more magic. And because I'm a semi wannabe astrologer, there's so many events happening in June, and we're going to launch this. We've decided to eke out our other episodes and launch this early June.
Yeah.
And so you guys are going to get the opportunity to hear about it, and it actually goes beyond June. So we're going to talk about that. And we're also going to talk about how to leverage and make magic and make it the best time and minimize the worst time.
Well, and
because sometimes change is the worst time. Sorry to interrupt, Jeanna.
No, 100%.
Sometimes change just feels horrible.
Right, but you have to get through it.
You
to
have
move forward.
Right.
And if you need an edible to do that, you can do that too. I mean, our friend would highly recommend it. I think that's what she'd say.
I don't know about that.
I don't know either. But whatever it's going to take to get you through this.
Oh my God. Yes. So crazy. So
it's
that
true.
was our trip to Florida.
Very true. It was a lot of fun.
We had a beautiful view and it was warm and lovely.
It was amazing. But it did feel a little bit, to your point, like the best time part of it was it felt like we're kind of coming back to normalcy. Like we're coming back to
no masks.
Life.
I mean, light masks. I say light masks.
I agree. Light masks, but you know, eating and having fun and spending time and being out in the world. All those things we haven't done in a very long time.
Fun.
Yeah, it was really.
I really missed it.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like that's another thing. You know, part of the year it's isolation.
Yeah.
Particularly for me, and you know, because I live with my children, but I'm here by myself, and just having that camaraderie, and you know, was so much fun. It's so important. So we're going to ask we're going to ask our community, to find those people that you can connect with. But on that point, you have physical people to connect with, like we have our crew, and you have your divine crew. Yeah. And we've talked about this in the past, but what Jeanna and I thought we would impart today is really building a relationship with your guidance, your higher self, your guides, what God, if you believe in that. So we're going to be inclusive here to be an angels. And just whatever you believe in that is that walks with you, because I believe they walk with you. They're here all the time with you.
In service to you, right?
And so we believe that is an important component to navigate 2021. And we really have felt that the past, I don't know, how long have we been here? We're in 5 months. Anyway,
at least.
I know.
Almost 6. I mean, we're getting into 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a lot. And like I said, it feels better, and yet it doesn't feel normal yet, like not even close. And so I do think, you know, as we settle into something different, it's like, you know, not only just what you think you want, but what's guiding you. And so the posse that you don't see, that doesn't go to Florida and I don't think they take edibles, I think is the ones you want. Like they're going to help you navigate this next, 6-7 months of 2021, I think.
I totally think so too. And I made it so one of my goals of 2021 starting in June is to travel every month.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, let's travel, because I get my happiness from travel.
And that was inspired recently, right?
That was inspired by Florida, and then I went to Vegas. Oh my God.
I know.
What goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas.
I wasn't in Vegas, so I cannot
No,
tell you people
but
what it was, but I can tell it was probably.
Well, she got a
good.
video of me dancing at 6. I don't know. It was 6 o'clock at night. It wasn't.
Didn't look at the timestamp, but I'm not sure it was dancing either. It looked more like swaying like this. It was a little like, although you looked into it, like I did have a rhythm to the music, but it was definitely more swaying than like dancing. You know what I mean?
I mean, maybe I don't dance well.
No, you danced very well.
Well, it's funny because the next morning, Jeanna and I were going to have to do a panel for our company in New York City, and so I'm in Vegas.
Well, we didn't have to. We did do it.
We did do it,
and you did an amazing job.
I was perfect. I was perfect. Like you would think you were worried about me. Like I was.
I was a little worried. A little worried.
I passed out at like 8:30.
I know. I didn't hear from you. Like, which is not normal. I normally hear.
No, I know.
So that's impressive. You did an amazing job. Yeah,
I did. I feel good about myself. I did good. And then the other thing is, Jeanna and I did podcasts for the same group.
Yeah.
We did one on partnership and leadership, and then we did one. And this is our boring business, but and then we made it one on women in leadership. Yeah, that one might be inspiring. So that one's out right now. The Jeanna and Holli one. That's probably not going to be out by the time this gets out.
Probably not.
I'm not sure. Yeah, and they're going to release that soon.
But we'll link yours, and then if people like it, they can, like the channel, and then they can get the second one.
Right. And so so Jeanna, let's talk about like bringing in and building this relationship, and that's really important. So what I had written down was make sure when you call these people in, you're calling in guides, beings, your higher self, angels, only for your highest good.
Right.
So let's stipulate that. And then the reason why we want an everyday dialogue, Jeanna, is because we don't want to just have a dialogue when we have a problem.
Right.
And the reason why isn't that they're not offended by that. I mean, nobody's offended by that. The reason why is because you don't know what that support feels like.
Right.
If you haven't developed a relationship, you don't know that they send you messages via feathers or messages via, I don't know, our human brains want to question that. So if you've got a relationship built up, then what can happen is that you can rest assured when those same sorts of things show up for you. They're not offended that you just call on them for,
no, but they want to be there for more than just that.
Well, I think we want them to be there.
Well, yes, but they do too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we came up with 2 rituals. And the first ritual was the morning ritual. And Jeanna's going to get more into that, but I'm going to point you to Julia Cameron, her morning pages. If you haven't done it and you like to journal, it's like when your feet hit the floor in the morning, you're supposed to write free form 3 pages of just whatever comes out of your head. It's almost like channeling.
3 pages.
Yeah, and you can't stop until 3 pages. And so I get up. Okay, so I did this when my son was in 2nd grade with Mrs. Hankel.
Oh no.
Oh, fuck. Okay. She was mean.
She needs an edible. I can tell.
She needed like a whole case of edibles. She was mean to my son, and so so my morning page. Oh, you do it for 30 days. I mean, I was committed for 30 days. Plus, I would get up and go to work at 5 in the morning. So I get up at 4:30, and I didn't go to work at 5, but I had to get ready and get the kids. Anyway, so I would get up at 4:30 and write these 3 pages. And I'm going to tell you something. I finally threw them out, but it helped me process my grief that I was going through with Mrs. Hankel. And you do get downloads of insight. And there's something about connecting there that's beautiful. So you can just say, you can basically channel. That's how I think Stephanie talked about doing some of that.
She did. Yep,
Stephanie, our soul channeler, who is episode 40. Is that 40? 39. Okay, Stephanie, the soul channeler.
Yes,
she talked about it too.
She's
so good. But she talked about that's how she developed her channeling, and she is impressive. Yeah. I did not cultivate that. However, I did get over my anger and fear related to my son and my anger related to Mrs. Henkel over those morning pages.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do have an issue, they're wonderful. Now we're going to step down that level of commitment, because that level of commitment is
a lot. Yeah,
it's
3
a
pages.
lot. I don't want to do it now.
No,
don't make me do it. Like
2
if I had
pages
to,
is
I
a
would,
lot.
but
Yeah, that's a
some
lot.
people it's going to really resonate with.
Yeah, and I think, you know, if you can free form that way, and I know Stephanie did say when she was talking about the journaling, is don't worry about grammar, don't worry about how it reads, just write it.
You just write it.
What comes to you, which
Right.
I think if you do that, the three pages might come a little easier. So
Well, and you weren't supposed to read it.
no,
You weren't supposed to read it.
No. Yeah,
You were
supposed
just
to write
writing it, and
Right.
then maybe after the 30 days, you go back and reflect.
Right.
And like what you're going to notice, let's talk about this for a second. I mean, if you're not channeling your guides and you're just, you know, I got up in the morning, I'm sitting down, you know, the
Mhm.
first sentence usually was, oh my God, I'm so tired. Okay,
Okay,
so, right? Okay,
so you kill like a quarter of a page with just that sentence.
just
I acknowledging how you feel.
or shit.
Mhm. This is good.
And
I
it's
like
like,
this.
but the point of that is to change it.
Right.
Because starting your day with, oh my God, I'm so tired.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Listen, that
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
set you
terrible.
up for success, people. So
Mhm.
and that's who I was. I don't
Mhm.
do that now, but
Mm-mm.
it is such a beautiful
But you don't
thing.
get up at 4:30.
No, okay, listen, people, let go of
Get-
shit that
get
isn't.
rid of that
We're going to
crap.
talk about that.
Mhm.
Letting go of shit that doesn't serve you. So
Yeah.
that's one area of ritual. Jeanna, what are some other areas of morning ritual that are much simpler and easier, but still a connection?
Okay. Well, so, you know, Holly and I were talking about before this podcast, recording it, about like trying to find ways that we can all practice connecting with our spiritual guides.
Yes.
Right. And so, and I think making that connection early in the morning, just like the
It's so
journaling,
important.
is so important.
Yeah.
And then, you know, certainly in the evening as well, which we can talk about that too. But finding ways that you can, it's a bit of meditation, but also connection at the same time. And you know, your guides know you well. You have kind of your own personal flavor, so there's a lot of interpretation here in terms of what works for you. But some ideas might be to, you know, if fresh air or birds or nature or something that's important to you, you know, go into kind of more of a quiet meditative state, invite your guides to walk with you and welcome them, and kind of go through almost like a visual ritual in your mind about, you know, whether it's walking through the woods and feeling a breeze that is not there, just if it's, you know, in your mind or thought process.
That.
If you feel the breeze, that's how you know that they're there, and you ask them to show that to you. If you see a certain visual, you know, whether it's a butterfly or a bird or something like that, that absolutely could be the ritual. You know, Holly, I know you've had a suggestion of, you know, opening windows and welcoming in the day, right? Like if you visualize a room full of windows and going every morning, opening them up and welcoming the day. And if you feel the breeze, that your guides, their sign that they're there with you.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it could be a number of things that you could customize to work for you, whether it's seeing something specific, feeling something that may not actually be there because, you know, you aren't opening windows, right? I think anything like that your guides might show you would be phenomenal. And that just, like you said, not just asking for something, but building a relationship and flexing the muscle of give and take between them.
I think that's great. I'm going to deduce it down even further. Okay, so
was that too wordy?
No, I love all your words. Your words are beautiful.
All right.
That's not what I was going to say. I was going to say sometimes meditation scares people, and the visualization you forget. I mean, honestly,
yeah, no,
when alarm goes off, you forget.
Yeah.
But when your feet hit the floor, if you can get into some sort of a cadence where you just say, "Thank you, guides, for being with me. Show me signs today that you're with me."
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah. And
like,
then
let's do. That's what I mean by deducing.
I think that's perfect.
So we go from Julia Cameron, which takes a whole
3
crap
pages,
ton of
3
effort,
pages, yes,
and to a visualization, which is beautiful and wonderful that you said, down to a just, you know, invite them in, say hi. hello, you're with me. I want you here. I want to hear your messages for me. And it's going to be super important because we're hitting the astrology, ladies and gentlemen. We're hitting it, and we're hitting it hard in June. So it's important to say, I know you're with me. Come help me. And I'm looking for your signs. And then start looking for signs. And if something happens today, I saw three beautiful white feathers on my walk. And I don't always see that. I walk all the time. And in fact, I walked 42 miles the other week and I didn't see any feathers.
You walked 42 miles the other week?
In a week, yeah. I know. Shit. I know. But I do it, it's a download for me. So that's my meditation. And I do connect with my guides during that period of time. But I do podcasts. I listen to podcasts.
No, I know. It's nice. Yeah.
You know, even today I was like, okay, well, what, how can we provide the most value today? So I'm doing that when I'm walking.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then of course my joy is talking to you when I'm walking.
I know. I do love that too.
Anyway, so.
Although I hear the whoosh.
I know.
As the cars go by.
I
mean,
know.
certain spots are a little tougher to.
Well, I know because it's down at the waterfront in Ruston in Tacoma. Yep. Okay, so we want a night ritual.
Yeah. So what do you suggest for that?
Well, I was saying, well, there's like a few things you can do. When you lay down, you can visualize yourself in a protective bubble and then push it out to the rest of your house so that your family's in there. If that's too much for you, let's just go even further and just say, protect me and show me in my dreams what I need to know. Give me signs. I always ask for signs. That's my thing. And I'm not I don't remember my dreams as much, but I'm starting to. So I'm like, give me dreams, that sort of thing. What do you think?
I have heard that, and I know a few people who have tried this. I have not personally done it. But if you write a note or ask a question and tuck that under your pillow.
Oh, I love that.
Right?
So cute.
It does help, at least keep it with you even if you're not thinking about it.
Because you forget.
Yeah, totally.
So like I put it in my journal. So Jeanna and I were talking about this podcast. I go, I put it in my journal.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I went to the journal and retrieved it.
It was all there.
Good to go.
Yeah.
And so I sometimes put it in my journal. I love that, writing it down, tucking under.
Yep.
I love that.
Yep. I mean, asking for either, asking a question, asking for a certain sign, posing a statement, whatever it is you're looking for, right?
I love that.
Yeah.
Anything else you can think of, or we go straight to astrology?
Straight to astrology.
All right, people. It's big.
It's
First of all,
it's June.
Almost. I mean, it is. We're still in
Gemini.
Happy birthday, Gigi!
Yay! It's my month. Yes.
It is your month. And
it's your rising sign.
It's my rising sign, so I'm super excited about this. It means I'm hitting my soul's desires. So we're looking for, me and the Gigi are looking for big
month for us.
I think people should just be busting down the doors to hire us for, in Hollywood. I mean, like, really.
Look us. I mean, who doesn't have this shit? Look at the branding.
We've got our
the branding is good.
I mean, somebody should hire us.
Uncorked, and this is Uncorked.
We're Uncorked. I mean, listen, things are happening here, people. You want to hire us.
And this is, we're all about safety.
I mean, PT Cruiser. Yes. Okay. So getting back to astrology.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go.
Because nobody's hired us right now.
No.
So the first big thing that just happened, Jeanna, is the lunar eclipse in Sagittarius.
Yes.
And that just happened on May 26th. And lunar eclipse is about, lunar things are feelings and it's more introspective. And so this is a time of looking at your beliefs and looking inward of, what things need to be changed. And eclipse just has extra oomph. It's like that extra something.
Big deal.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
I like that better.
Yeah. And so it has extra power and they cue off of each other. So the May 26th eclipse really goes back to 2020 eclipse season,
right?
Which was in November of 2020.
Yeah.
And some astrologers point to December 14th, which was the big conjunction.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's I go back and I looked at what were my intentions then,
right? at the end of last year.
And how many have unfolded, and a lot have unfolded in weird ways that I didn't anticipate. A lot have not unfolded. And so what I look at is like, okay, the things that haven't unfolded, where do I need to put my intentions? So I don't put my intentions there yet because it's a lunar eclipse, and it was on a full moon in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is, philosophy and bigger thinking.
So you don't put your full intention on the things are missed because
the next eclipse is coming June 10th.
Oh, gotcha.
And that's a solar eclipse, and
so there's the lunar versus the solar. Gotcha.
And the solar eclipse is in Gemini, my dear friend, and it's a new moon. So what do? In the new moon, we put our intentions, and in the full moon, we release.
Yep.
So in this lunar time, up until the 10th, you want to be reflecting, thinking, releasing, and be preparing and prepaving. So you're going back and looking and reflecting in 2020. You're looking at what hasn't moved as much as you want it to move. Right. And then you're going into this season, which is extra super powered. Right. With packing a punch, right? With a new way of looking at it. And quite frankly, Jeanna, and because oftentimes my intentions has her in them. Okay. So quite frankly, this is why I say this. So quite frankly, our intentions have completely evolved. Yes, they have. In a bigger way, in a better way. And so there's been evolution, but not full manifestation yet. Right. And so, but there's been progress.
Right. So when you're thinking about the kind of the reflection on, the last eclipse, like you said earlier, you're very good about journaling and putting things in books. I have a wicked memory, so I can pretty much remember sort of what was going on in, late last year. But for people who haven't remembered, is there any suggestions that we have, like, for if they didn't like denote what they're hoping for in this next phase? Yes. Are there ways that we can maybe help them, kind of backtrack in time, and even if they weren't deliberate about it, how did they feel at that time? What was working? What was not working? That kind of thing. Just kind of reflecting on that.
Yeah, I think reflecting. And Jeanna, I would say this, and this is no criticism. Yeah. It is something that I'm just going to say that even people with wicked memories, you have a tendency to not fully remember the things that you don't want to remember. I totally agree with you. And so,
or put a tint on it that's different.
A spin that shouldn't be there. And so, I mean, here's the thing. I'm not talking Julia Cameron Pages here. Okay, like I'm talking about literally for the one area that I'm going to talk about. I had like 4 sentences, or no, not even 2 sentences. Okay, so but sense. I do stop and reflect. Stop the doing and just be in the being. At that point in time, I always stop during every full and new moon, and I think about it. Yeah, and I usually write stuff down. And because it's in my app that we gave people before, is I copy and paste it from the last full moon.
So you just grab it. Okay.
And then I redo it. And then I reflect on every line. Now, if you're manifesting stuff, Andrew Capp, he was. What episode was he on? It's the last Law of Attraction book you'll ever need to read. Okay, that's his Amazon #1 bestseller, and he talks about like thinking about every single one. I would definitely say put a little extra juju sauce on June 10th. Okay. So that's coming. Solar eclipse in Gemini. I'm particularly excited because our soul's work is really busting out here.
I know. Thank God.
And wait till I tell you.
It needs to bust out.
I mean, right? Okay, so busting out, I'm leaving that for last. Okay, so keep that last.
I'm waiting.
So we had episode, what was it? Episode, what did you tell me? I have it on paper. I'm looking.
34?
36.
36, yeah.
Episode 36 talked about get ready, get set, go. Yeah. And it was the get ready part.
Right.
So it's Sagittarius squaring Uranus.
Yep.
And that was February 17th was the get ready. Yep. The Kim Falconer says this, and we're plugging Kim. She's the best. Go look at her. She's episode
Amazing.
something or other. Okay.
Yeah.
She's
I like
amazing.
it too.
She always says, get ready, get set, go. Okay.
Mhm.
So get ready is usually like, okay, what's happening here?
Right.
Okay. Get set is like, okay, shit's happening here.
Right.
And go means, okay, shit, we're going. Okay.
Right.
So
You're in it.
You're in it. Okay. So 217. Well, let's go back.
Yeah.
So Sagittarius is about rules, discipline, and boundaries.
Ugh.
And I know it's so awful. It's sitting on my sun. Can you imagine how boring that makes me? Oh my God. Okay. Like it's taken me my whole life to get over it. All right.
Oh,
so,
wow.
so, and then Uranus is about freedom and rebellion. And so you've got these two partners coming in a square shape, which means tension.
Yeah.
They're fighting. And so on 217, the fight started.
Yep.
On 614, we've gone how many rounds? How many boxing rounds do you
I think there are.
What's the normal? 12? 11?
No, 9?
Okay, anyway, we're on the 8th round then. We're on the 8th round.
Yeah, yep. I think it's
on
9.
614.
Okay.
And then on 1224, it's the knockout.
Christmas Eve?
Yes.
Oh
Christmas
God.
Eve is the knockout, folks.
Oh
And,
my gosh.
Like astrology energy to me has become not exact, but kind of close to exact.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Christmas Eve, knockout punch. And so what we're talking about here and what we talked about on episode 36, which I would invite you to go back and listen to, is that Uranus is about what structures don't serve you anymore.
Right.
Okay. And what things have you built? What things through discipline, sheer force have you built that just shit? It's like,
yep.
I mean, like getting up at 4:30 in the morning did not work. Okay, Jeanna.
Yeah, I can
like,
think of
listen,
a lot of things that do not work.
I look aged. I mean, it's not good. Okay.
Yeah.
And then what am I ready to let go of? What is it that like the pandemic is perfect timing.
Yeah.
I mean, this get ready, get set, go during the pandemic is absolutely freaking perfect because the transformation and the disruption that was occurred lets you reflect. And we've talked about this on other podcasts.
Reflect and reset.
So we're talking about resetting here.
Right.
So
okay,
this is the reset. And then what is holding you back? What is it that's holding you back? Because the knockout punch is coming in December. So you want to be prepared for that. And I would invite you to go back to episode 36. And we talked about it more intensely on episode 36. But I want to get to the fairy godmother.
Okay.
Because who doesn't? I love me a fairy godmother.
Yeah. I mean, as long as they're a good fairy godmother.
Were there bad ones?
Yeah, I think in some
not in my fairy
Disney
tale
movies.
Okay.
I mean, whatever you think about Disney.
Okay, well, this fairy godmother is called Jupiter. And God love me a Jupiter because I want a man that's a Jupiter. It's abundance. It's fun.
Okay.
It's levity. It's joy. It's expansion.
When does he
give
come?
me a lover that's a Jupiter.
When does he or Jupiter come?
Jupiter's always here.
Okay, but
it depends on.
But is it coming soon? I want to know.
Jupiter has crested into Pisces, and Lord knows all my planets are in Pisces, people. So I'm getting really excited. I'm personally getting excited about this. So if you have Pisces in your chart, you need to start doing cartwheels over this Jupiter coming. It was in Aquarius. It crested over Aquarius, and it's in Pisces right now. It's going retrograde. It's going to go back into Aquarius. I'm going to tell you the date on that. I have to look at that. Let's talk about it first, then I give you the dates. Okay, so it's going to go back to Aquarius, and then at the end of the year, it's going to go back into Pisces. It's in Pisces right now. And so what happens is Jupiter is happy in Pisces. Okay. It's a happy spot to be in. So of all the hard things we've gone through and all the upheaval, the collective upheaval and personal upheaval, Jupiter in Pisces is going to bring about compassion and intuition and the feeling component of things.
Right.
When Jupiter was in Aquarius, Aquarius is more detached.
Right.
And definitely about, about revolution, because Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. So it's about revolution, and what happens is Aquarius is about revolution. This is how it works. Aquarius is about revolution and freedom, and Aquarians are smart and genius, and it's all of that. And then when Jupiter comes to kiss it,
right,
it expands it. So we expanded rebellion. We expanded in social ways, and it's a social sign. It's not a me sign like a Leo sign.
Okay.
It's a social justice
sign.
How
you show up with
and how you help others,
okay.
but in a detached way. So it's not in a compassionate way. It's just so we see all the social unrest, and Jupiter was there. Then it comes into beautiful, dreamy, beautiful Pisces. I mean,
oh my God.
I have so many planets in Pisces. Am I just dreamy, Jeanna?
You are dreamy. I mean, in so many ways. I don't even think it's Pisces related that you're dreamy, but that probably doesn't help. Or doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt.
I'm like,
no, it doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt. Yeah. So anyway, so it's coming into Pisces. So let me tell you the story with that. So it goes retrograde on June 20th.
Okay.
And it goes back into Aquarius on July 28th. And it stays back in Aquarius. So from July till 12/28 to almost New Year's Eve. Okay. It's a long time. Jupiter runs slow, which slow running planets are oftentimes we feel the impacts of those much greater. Yeah. And so it's going to be back in Aquarius. I hope we don't have any more rebellion and crazy ass shit going on in the country. But and then it goes back into Pisces. So it's only just coming and basically,
so
it's a fucking tease to me.
Oh yeah,
because it comes and teases me like I'm coming to get you and kiss your planets.
Right, and then it goes away.
I want him to kiss my ass. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so no, it comes to tease me, and then boom,
drifts away, and then it comes back.
But it's coming back, and that's a big deal when it comes back. And I think the world will feel it. It'll be nice. Astrologers are talking about how it's like the best, transit of 2021 because it gives you because Pisces are. Jeanna, have I told you how great Pisces are?
Oh, yes, you have. Many, many, many times. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Jupiter and Pisces are
no, they love each other. And so healing and compassion. And so what I'm going to say is you can now dream it and accomplish it.
And do it.
Mm-hmm. And so why is it so important to have this day-to-day connection to your guides and your higher self and be intentful and have your ritual down. Jeanna and I are going back. We've gotten off of our audio thankful messages, but since Pisces is kissing me,
it's all about gratefulness.
I'm Gemini rising and she's Gemini, and we've got this big eclipse,
and we're ready. We're ready
rocket
for
fuel.
We're ready.
We're ready for the rocket fuel, people. And so is everybody else. And so that's why we said it's really important. Like, let's tie all this together.
Back
leave
to
it
the
together.
Discipline around.
So that you can
the great things that help, like lift you up and get you ready to go
and make the most of this period of time.
Yeah, for sure. No, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Well,
do I have to hear about Pisces the whole year then? Is that just the forewarning?
Here's the thing. When that thing starts running over my planets, you know what I'm going to be. I'm going to be
I know.
That feels so good.
It's just good to prepare for the whole year ahead. it's going to be a long time.
It's really 2020. 2022 really is my Pisces year, because then it's going to just roll over all of them. Because I've got planets from 4 degrees to 29 degrees. And that bad boy runs slow.
Yeah.
But it hasn't been here like this since 2011. It's a big deal.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's a big deal. And it's going to benefit everybody. Of course, I'm focusing on myself.
Well, you're gonna feel it the most because you're Pisces.
All Pisces people will feel, but everybody's gonna feel it a lot.
Yeah.
Because everybody has Pisces in their chart. So if you have your chart, thank you for that, Jeanna. Mm-hmm. If you have your chart, you go to your chart that is ruled by Pisces. So you go to the beginning of the house, and see what's on what sign is on that cusp, and then you look to see that.
The whatever house it is.
And if you have planets in there, any planet, you don't have to have your sun in there.
Okay.
Any planet in there, you're going to be hit
deal.
with it. But I've got my moon, my sun, my Venus, my Saturn,
everything.
My Mercury,
Wow.
I mean,
all Pisces.
I have so much Pisces.
Yeah.
It's a wonder I can even get my shit together. Thank
God.
I'm
sure I do. Do I have a Pisces?
I don't know.
I don't know if I do. But I'm going to enjoy it through
But you have a house that's Pisces.
Yes.
So you look at the house and then you go to our episode where we wrote all the houses down, their explanations. Yep.
I'll link that too.
We'll link that too. And I think it's super exciting, Jeanna.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
So the point here is
our community.
Like, be really mindful of the time and invest in understanding at least the big planetary lunar eclipse kinds of things going on this year.
Yeah.
Because they're big.
Take a time out.
Look at them, be mindful, be intentional, and then really work hard to build the relationship with your guides. As the Uncorked assignment is really just find some sort of ritual that works for you, that helps bring forward kind of a give and take, a connection, a open-ended invitation for them to show up for you, and it just because you don't feel that they are doesn't mean they're not there. It's just you've got to build the muscle, right? They're always there. So
although angels you're supposed to call on, but your guides and your higher self, they walk with you all the time. They're always there.
Sure. Perfect. So yes, so that'll be important as we're working through this very big year ahead.
Yeah, it's big.
Very big year.
And setting the stage for the whole entire year, which I think is exciting.
Yeah, no doubt. Especially if things are coming and going and coming and going. Like, it's practice. It's practice.
Okay.
All right. Well, that was
what do you think, Gigi?
Impressive, Holly. I love it.
I'm hoping that we created some great content for everybody.
I hope so too. Was it the best one yet?
But we'll try. We'll keep trying.
That's all we can do.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
We believe in magic. This is Holly.
And this is Jeanna.
The LOA Uncorked definition of magic is recognizing something special has occurred and you don't know how or why.
And we invite each of you to experience more magic, joy, lots of laughter, all while uncorking your inner badassery to up-level your life.
Everyone, welcome to the party.